And good afternoon. This is Coach McPete of the Dish Football, going through the playoffs through 5A and 8A. I'm just going to do a whole video for 5A through 8A playoffs 2017, the brackets. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, here we go. Boom, boom. All right, 5A, here we go. Phillips, #1 versus Morgan Park. Phillips is the big dog of 5A, no doubt about it. Solero Academy 9 versus Chicago back in the woods. Got to give it to Solero Academy. Woodstock North at Lamont. I'm going to have to give it to Lamont. Lakes versus Westinghouse. Going to give it a little bit to the Lakes. It's going to be interesting. Actually, I'm not going to do any predictions. I hate doing predictions. It's just garbage. I'll just talk about some of the good teams, the teams to look out for. St. Viator at Sterling is a good game. I really do like Sterling. I think Sterling's going to do a lot of damage in the 6A playoffs. I use damage a lot because I think that they could get pretty far for a couple few in those games. Nyrell Sullivan is an absolute complete back in the state of Illinois. He looks good for Sterling. Chicagoland is a favorite of mine that no one's really talking about. They face Kaneland. This is a huge test for Chicagoland against Kaneland. It'll be interesting to see. It's a good game to keep an eye on. Antioch too. Antioch's a good team too, and very interested with that team. Chicago Payton versus Glenbard South. That's a good game too. Down in the South bracket, Streeter versus Dunlap. Hazlitt's got Streeter looking good. I don't think it's their year this year. I think it's Dunlap's year. I think Dunlap's good with Luke Bennyhoff. The other guy, I'm not even going to pronounce his last name because I'll probably get it wrong. Rich Central, another team to look out. They play on Marion. Peoria, last year's IHSA champs. Going against Country Club Hillcrest. I go with Peoria for that one. I'm going with the same favorites again, whatever. I'm going to talk about more of the teams. Mama Heat Seymour, another team I really do like. Troy Triad is another dark horse this year. It's another team to look out for. Centralia, Coach Brendison's got his team going great. Javon Williams at quarterback. You want to keep an eye out for that one too. Tinley Park, Washington. I'm going to go with Washington. Washington's in that type of mold of that type of Morris mold and all the other molds that I've talked about. Morris could go far, especially with that offense that they have. Decatur MacArthur versus Notre Dame is another good game. A good game to keep an close eye out for. That's a game where it actually Peoria or Notre Dame could get the win, and if they get the win, they're going to keep on rolling. That's a team that you don't want to mess with, Peoria Notre Dame, as I found out yesterday when they beat Normal West Saturday afternoon. So again, this is a pretty interesting bracket, but there's some favorites, and of course, Chicago Phillips is going to be the favorite no matter what. They're unbelievable. They took 8A teams to the woodshed this season. It's going to be interesting. All I'm just going to say is Chicago Phillips deserves all the talk that they deserve because they are that good. Very, very good. So it's going to be interesting. And I said Sterling, Rich Central, Peoria, Notre Dame, Washington, Centralia. Just keep an eye out for. That's all I'm saying. Just keep an eye out for. Okay, let's get to the lovely 6A. All right, 6A. Let's go. Okay. Prairie Ridge, they're the top dogs, no doubt about it. No, you can't really say anything else. They are the top dogs. Willowbrook, another team that you want to keep a close eye on, Western Suburban Conference. They won their division and in very quiet fashion. The Kelb, Montini at the Kelb. The Kelb's another team that I've talked about numerous times. Look out for. Watch out for Lake Forest. I do think Lake Forest can upset Riverside Brookfield. Hoffman Estates. De La Salle's a great game. That's a huge game for all Hoffman Estates. They've had a few troubles at the end of the season. We'll see what happens. Grays Lake North versus Martyr is a good one. Grays Lake North could get that win, and again, they have a great quarterback. It's a time of processing, so you want to watch out for that. Where's Rockford Auburn? Rockford Auburn's another team to look out for too. They're playing at their old opponent, but after that, it's going to be very interesting in that second round. Crete Monee, they deserve the number 1 seed. They're that good. They're very good. No one's really giving them the respect that they deserve. They play Hinsdale South. It's going to be good. Quincy versus St. Lawrence, good game. Jarrell Brock against that St. Lawrence defense. It's going to be a good game. Providence Catholic is a team that no one's really talking about. Yes, I said Providence Catholic. That's a good game that they start off with Richards. Normal. I have a Normal West. Very fast, very shifty, very interesting in this playoffs. Tough loss to Peoria Notre Dame Saturday. Nazareth Academy at Springfield, which I will be at. That's a good game. Coach Golly's got the Springfield Senators in the playoffs. Nazareth Academy, they're a beast. And Nazareth Academy should be talked about a lot. Danville, I'm not really big on Danville this year. Shepherd, big on Shepherd, but they're in a tough division, really tough. And Sacred Heart Griffin, Chicago Hubbard at Sacred Heart Griffin. That's not even. I just there's more faith into Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin, but it should be interesting. It's going to be an interesting playoff round, and can't wait to see what happens. Especially after the first round, see who survives. That's going to be very interesting, especially in this 6A thing. So it should be interesting. Let's go to 7A. I'm doing as quick as I possible can, so I don't get have a tough time loading this video. Maine West Bennett Academy, I will be there. Deepest football game of the week. Hanahu is a team that no one is talking about, but they were beasts up north. They beat Rockford Auburn. They beat their way this season. They did a great job. Lincoln Way Central, going against Rockford East. Rolling Meadows at Arlington Heights Hersey. That's a very interesting game. I have a lot of faith in MSL this year, especially with especially with Hersey. I think Hersey can win that game. Batavia Glenbar North is a hell of a game. Hell of a game. Batavia is a team not to be messed with. But I said, if Glenbar North gets into the playoffs, if they find a way to win those last games, they're a team that you do not want to mess with. And Glenbar North is that team. They can upset some people. We North at Fenwick, good game. I'm going to go with We North on that one. Lincoln Park versus Alton. I've talked about Lincoln Park a lot. I thought Lincoln Park was going to do good. I'm going to have to change my projection. I really do like Alton. Jacobs versus Lincoln Way West. I got to go for Lincoln Way West. Jacobs, young quarterback. DGN versus Normal. Normal, no doubt about it. Mount Carmel, Moline. No one is talking about Mount Carmel. Everyone thinks they're going to be one and done. That's all I got to say. Watch out. You should never, ever bet against Lenny and Mount Carmel. Libertyville at East St. Louis all day. Lake Zurich is a team, another 6A team. They are scary. They are very scary. Lake Zurich with Ladowski, Evan Liu, Sam Border, linebacker. They're just a very interesting team this year. A team that no one is really quiet about. They're 9-0. Definitely, they could do something in this bracket. St. Charles North, Highland Park. I got to give to St. Charles North. St. Rita versus Simeon. St. Rita. St. Rita's another dark horse team. St. Rita, Mount Carmel. There's another team that I want to talk about. Just St. Rita, two teams that you want to talk about. The two teams that are my dark horses. Rockton, Hanahu, and where are they? Rockton, Hanahu, and where's my number 1 seed? Screw it. Rockton, Normal, and I'm trying to find my third team that I mentioned. Rockford Normal, and then Lake Zurich are the three big dog teams in the 7A that no one's really talking about. No one has talked about this whole season, this whole season, and they deserve some respect. That's all I gotta say. Okay, let's get to 8A then. All right, 8A. Let's get started. All right. Juliet West and Lincoln Way East. Lincoln Way East is the top dogs in 8A, no doubt about it. You can't say Lincoln Way East. I have nobody that's that much close. They did the greatest thing going 9-0. They're what surprised me was who's it? I'm trying to find uh Chicago Marist is number 3 seed. I was a little shocked by that, but it is what it is. Chicago Marist, Lincoln Way East. Those are two teams that I think are going to meet up in the championship game. But I'll probably be wrong. I will probably be wrong. Glenbard West looks great. Oswego, Naperville North is a great game in 8A. That's a great game. That's a game that you want to keep an eye out for. One of the top games. That's my personal belief. Maine South and Glenbard West are my two teams that could steadily just win some games, get on a roll, and be going to the Kelp for Thanksgiving. Manuka, Niles Notre Dame's a great start off for Manuka. Again, Manuka is in that platform of Glen Ellen, Glenbard West, and Maine South. Smash mouth football. It'd be very interesting to see. And very well coached offensive lines too. I'm really impressed with Coach McComb's his approach towards the offense, and that's what makes Manuka dangerous. Lyons Township, Curry, that's a good game. Watch out for Curry, though. I'm going to say that right now, and watch out for New Trier. I'm going to say New Trier versus Loyola Academy is a good game. A lot of respect is not given to New Trier. Watch out for that. Hinsdale Central at Stevenson. Stevenson has had a little bit of a tough season this season, but again, new coach, new players, everything else. But Stevenson, don't sell them out and don't sell at Hinsdale Central. It's a good game. Hinsdale Central versus Stevenson. It's two teams playing mirror images of themselves. Literally playing mirror images of themselves. It's going to be a great game, no doubt about it. But I'm going to say this right now. If Hinsdale Central catches lightning in the bottle with their passing efficiency, and that's the big thing, because literally they do the fast and furious offense with the slash run and shoot, what Coach Hartman does. If they catch that lightning in a bottle, watch out for Hinsdale Central. I'm going to keep saying that right now. Where's Lyons Township? Trying to find Lyons Township now. Barrington, Coach Sanchez has that team rolling too. Barrington's another team that no one's really talking about too. Barrington can also could be eating Thanksgiving in the Kelp. Warren Township, I've talked about Warren Township. That's a great game at Bolingbrook. That's a hell of a game. Hell of a game. No doubt about it. Evanston, I'm going to say this right again. I'm going to say this again. Evanston, Edwardsville. Too young. I'm going to say it right now. Too young. And Evanston versus Evanston and Edwardsville. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk more about these teams next year. That's a guarantee. We're going to be talking about both those teams next year. What else? Juliet West at Lincoln Way East is a great test for Lincoln Way East. I really do like Juliet West, but at Lincoln Way East is probably just going to be too much. St. Charles East at Oswego East. That's a great game. A great fit for a game between two styles of football. It's going to be an interesting matchup. I have to say, St. Charles East looks really, really good. I'm going to have to give a little bit of edge to St. Charles East, but again, interesting. That's about it for 8A. Naperville Central, West Aurora. I'm going to give to Naperville Central, but Naperville Central will face, if they win, they'll face some tests coming up, and if they pass that test in the second round, look out for them too. And Loyola, Loyola Academy's got a great chance of of, of doing great this year in the playoffs too. So it's gonna be interesting. Glenbard West has got a great easy game against Bloom. I hate to say it, very easy game. So it should be interesting. So that is it for 5A to 8A deep dish football. Coach Big Pete analysis for the IHSA playoffs. I did 4 individual videos for 1A to 4A, but I decided to do one whole video for 5A to 8A. Again, it's going to be a great bracket. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be at the Main West versus Bennett Academy game. That's deep dish football game of the week. And on Saturday, I'll be at Nazareth versus Springfield High School. That's the deep dish football overtime game of the week. So it should be fun. I can't wait. I'm excited. Keep it here, deepdishfootball.com, for everything playoff related. And remember, one Deep Dish Football live a week, Thursday at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Thursday, and then Sunday 10 a.m. About an hour, maybe 2 hours, talking about the first round of the playoffs. All right, this is Coach Big Pete of deepdishfootball.com signing off, and good luck to everyone. Best wishes to everyone. Let's play some football, and I can't wait and see who will be going to the Calvin Thanksgiving, because it's going to be this is going to make for an exciting playoff season. And please follow Coach Big Pete Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Please visit deepdishfootball.com. And if you have any questions, email me, coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and have a lovely Sunday.